It's full of hearsay, no? Hearsay evidence lahat. And in fact, magtutuloy ang cross-examination tomorrow, magigrill siya lalo. Alam mo, pag mag-present ka ng evidence po, huwag mo po gamitin mo yung marites o yung chismis o yung nakalap mo sa iba't ibang mga tao.
Yung kanina sir na na-raise po ni Attorney Mark Vinluan at nag-follow up po si Attorney Chis Escudero, ang presiding judge. Doon po sa unauthorized and unsigned affidavit po ni Las Cañas. At bakit po naabot po tayo doon sa International Criminal Court Standards? Sinabi po ni Senator Escudero kanina, Your Honor, hindi po tayo ICC. Hindi po ICC ang Senate Impeachment Court, sir.
Alam mo, actually, yung nangyari noon is mas lalong nakapagpalubog sa prosecution. Imagine isa sa batayan niya to show the pattern is yung affidavit na hindi naman notaryado. Tapos photocopy pa ni Las Cañas. Wherein that Las Cañas person, hindi man lang niya na-interview. So it weakens, no? Kasi if that is the part, kung para binasihan niya ang isang investigasyon, kung kaya nakapag-conclude siya na meron ng plano and yung pattern, yung behavior na ginagawa is, that is improper. Kasi sa investigation side, it only shows how weak and what kind of investigation are NBI doing. Hindi pala magaling ang NBI natin kasi imagine, pati ang mga testimony na hearsay na ganyan, unauthorized is gagamitin as an evidence, no, or to arrive in a conclusion that there is already a pattern. You cannot do that, no. You only rely it when the person to whom the person who executed that document is ready and available at napatestify more or na-investigate niya. And then after that, that person also will go to court and testify. Yan si Las Cañas. So, basically, ang nangyari doon sa Las Cañas affidavit, hearsay and character evidence po yun, no? The Las Cañas statement and prior incidents appear primarily intended, no, to show propensity or a pattern of violence. Yun ang sabi niya. Pero it creates serious relevance, no? Bakit po? Serious relevance in the sense nga, ICC naman. Hindi naman tayo nandito sa ICC. Impeachment proceeding man yun. Tsaka yung tao, hindi mo man nakausap at na-investigahan. Bakit mo ginamit yun as a pattern? And there's no judgment yet that says that this testimony or evidence of testimony of Las Cañas or this affidavit was accepted as the genuine truth or a proof of the truth. Hindi pa man, wala mang findings pa ICC, hindi pa siya nakapag-testify. So it is a hearsay evidence. Second, aside from creating a serious relevance issue, yung authentication niya, problema. And because nga, hindi nga siya public document, hindi siya notaryado. Ang public document kasi accepted yan siya. Pero pag hindi po siya notaryado, it's just a private statement. And the only one who could authenticate this is yung tao na gumawa noon, yung author, yung sinasabi ni Binluan na author. Yun ang point yan. Tsaka, klaro po na hearsay ito at tsaka yung meron po siyang mga unfair prejudice issue. Kita nyo pinapabasa niya, pinaparipit ni Luistro. Bakit? Ang purpose noon is to present to the public na yun po ang nangyayari. Kaya nga sabi nga sa objection ni Atty. Binluan, prejudicial po ito. It prejudices my client, no? The BP Inday Sara, because it somehow creates an impression to the people na posibleng nagawa na yun without the opportunity to cross-examine naman si Las Cañas kasi hindi ngayon mo magte-testify. So it was uncalled for. Pero for me, by presenting that and by pointing out na ginamit na yun sa isa sa mga pattern of violence or yung propensity na pwede makakreate ng violence si BP Inday Sara, it damages tuloy dahil nga sa nagre-rely lang pala siya ng mga chismis or mga hearsay evidences.
Opo, nabanggit niyo po kanina sa unang bahagi ng ating panayam yung unfair o biased witness. May nabanggit po kanina doon sa hearing yung kanya pong tatlong opinion pieces sa isa pong pahayagan na panay tira po kay VP Sara. That was before his appointment as NBI Director. Ano masasabi mo doon, sir? Maihiwalay ba yung kanyang personalidad before and after appointment?
Meron na talaga siyang possible prejudgment, no? And bias in a sense na meron na talaga siyang tama or galit doon sa BP Inday Sara. Hindi na po siya fair and objective na magpresenta po siya ng facts, no? So, ang prior columns po niya at saka yung even yung wife's impeachment endorsement, no? And his pre-testimony discussions with prosecutors collectively provide substantial material for impeachment of credibility, although none alone automatically disqualifies him, of course, no? However, but ang issue niyan is yung prejudgment and bias niya. Bakit siya umupo? Considering na wala nga siyang subpoena, nag-appear siya doon at nag-testify siya. Ibig sabihin, interested siya. He is what we call an eager witness, a volunteer witness to prove a fact na gusto niyang magpresenta na siya ang mag-testify on these matters dahil nga meron siyang kinikim-kim na dahilan na prejudge na niya ang kanyang kaso against BP Inday Sara. In fact, tingnan mo he testified and tried to defend the rule on betrayal of public trust by explaining, no, that ito makakreate ng betrayal of public trust kahit na ano pa ang mangyari kasi nagka-commit siya, nag-execute siya daw ng law si BP Inday. But in fact, ang rule niya is to investigate only on the threat, no, at saka yung mga assassin. So by creating that conclusion, he is already testifying for the prosecution for purposes of his opinion on the impeachment. Take note, no, kasi yung kanilang mga statement dapat, kaya nga, pinapoint out ni Binluan kanina, yung threshold na guilt beyond reasonable doubt. Kasi, yung investigation nila, i-file nila sa DOJ prosecutes and the regular courts will decide yung guilt beyond reasonable doubt. But on his point, nasa investigation stage na nagawa na kagad siya ng conclusion of law, which is improper. Dito she's biased, no? Kasi dapat sana, kung talagang pakita niya, well, the betrayal of, we just investigated, Your Honors, and we presented this, and that it would depend upon the determination, yung betrayal of public trust, sa inyo po, na mga senator judges, and even the public, no? But on my part, I will reserve my opinion for myself, dahil ang trabaho ko lang naman is investigador. Hindi naman ako prosecution team. Hindi naman ako lead prosecutor or prosecutor dito. Alam mo nangyayari, parang prosecutor na siya kanina eh.
May decision na siya agad eh. Alam mo, for me, Your Honor, ganito, ganyan, ito, ganyan. Talagang guilty siya sa betrayal of public trust, ganito, ganyan. Attorney.
Nakakatuwa. He was no longer acting as a witness. He was acting like a prosecutor sitting on a witness stand, tapos advancing now the interest and theory of the prosecution. Hindi po talaga, super biased talaga siya na witness. And naman ko anong pinaghuhugutan nito ni NBI Matibag. No? Talagang, marinig mo yung mga buntong hininga niya kanina. Malalim niya na hininga, that would only show na talagang gigil siya, either gigil siya, hindi siya nervous eh. He's very overconfident and gigil talaga siya, no? Talaga niyang gusto niyang idiin and to make a point, no? And to say, later on, say to his boss, oh, you see, I did a very wonderful job.
Opo. At may nagsabi po kanina ng House Prosecutor, Congressman po ito, baliyan na daw po ang ipipresent na ebidensya sa Article 4 doon po sa grave threats. Baliyan na nga ba talaga, Attorney?
No, it's not. It's full of hearsay, no? Hearsay evidence lahat. And in fact, magtutuloy ang cross-examination tomorrow, magigrill siya lalo. Alam mo, pag mag-present ka ng evidence po, huwag mo po gamitin mo yung marites o yung chismis o yung nakalap mo sa iba't ibang mga tao. Like for example, yung sinasabi niya na diniscuss daw niya doon sa mga foreign counterparts niya at sinasabi, ay, kung sa amin, nakakulong na yan. Eh, bakit hindi nakakulong sa atin? Kasi, the fact is that, yung pong nag-utter doon nag-threat doon sa US, immediately thereafter, kinuli. Kasi yun nga ang point yan eh. If meron pang sufficient time, yung connection from the time it was uttered or made, no? Tapos may several hours na pwede pang hulihin, it may be considered as kung meron talagang crime, no? Pwede pong hulihin without any warrant. Eh sa kanila po, hindi eh. Ang ginawa po dito is that ginamit pa nila yung kay Ronel Mas, no? Na yung teacher. Because several days na hinuli. Dapat yung pag-utter pa lang, pinuntahan na at hinuli, no? So, what I'm trying to say is that it can be done if they found indeed na meron pong krimen na gawa si Baste, meron pong na krimen na gawa si BP Inday Sara, immediately hulihin na kagad. At that very instance, they did not find any crime committed. That's the reason why they did not do that. Kasi kung parang sinasabi ko ba, kunyari may nakita ka dyan sa labas na may binubugbog, di ba? E di, hulihin mo kaagad. Kung may police ka or citizen arrest, hulihin mo na ka because the crime has just in fact been committed. So kung meron pang reasonable period of time within which pwede po yun hulihin. So ibig sabihin po, afterthought na lang talaga itong pagpa-file nila kasi nga they want to get rid of a political opponent.
Opo, attorney, kung kayo po ang presiding judge, halimbawa, Article 4, pasok po ba yon, attorney? Yan po ba impeachable offense? Magigilty ba si VP? Article 4?
Definitely not because anong nangyari, Manggod, ang pagsabi niya kasi noon ng term is, remember inumit talaga ng prosecution yung term na kapag ako ang patayin. Kapag patayin ako at ang pamilya ko, di ba? May kinausap na ako. Yung mahalaga kasi yung term na yun kapag ako ay papatayin, may kinausap na ako. Now, how could you file a case against a person if there is an attempt to kill you kung patay na siya? Ibig sabihin po, in order to take effect, kailangan mamatay muna si BP Inday. And then somebody now tries to assassinate BBM and the family. Diyan pa po papasok yung tinatawag nating execution. No? So how now can you file a case against her? So it is actually more, sa akin MJ, it is more of a warning. If I am the senator judge, I will rule it is a warning to them, do not hurt me, do not touch me, do not kill me, do not touch my family, otherwise I will act accordingly. I talk to somebody who will conduct the revenge for me. It is a warning first. Remember that. Hindi ba pwede tayo mag-warn? O sige, suntukin mo ako? Sige, papasuntok rin kita kay Manny Pacquiao. Parang ganun ba ang ibig ko sabihin, no? So it's a warning not to do that to me so that I will not do it to you. So there is no such thing, no? As a grave threat or tawag natin culpable violation of the Constitution. Maybe reckless ang pagkasabi. Maybe meron siyang yung out of galit, frustration, anger, nasabi niyan. It might be reckless, but it will never hold as a culpable violation of the Constitution and betrayal of public trust.